everybody. I am live again from a location that is not my home. And so I've decided today, it was, I don't know where you are right now, but where I am in Louisville, it is 67 degrees. So I'm out skateboarding tonight and enjoying the weather. And I hope you're enjoying it too. If you're just tuning in, it's Wednesday. It's 7:00 p.m. and that means it's time for Live Live. And if you've not jumped on Live Live before, all it is, it's a couple minutes every single week. That is a jump start to your week. It is a midweek coaching session is the way that a lot of people talk about Live Live. And if you're just joining, this is the second week that I am actually not in my bedroom or in my office. I'm actually out and about. Hey, Mom. But again, it's 67 degrees out here. And so I'm skateboarding tonight and enjoying the weather. And so, yeah, I had to hop on here. I promised you all I'd give you Live Live every week. So here we are. And today I have to talk about something that is so simple, but it's so difficult at the same time. It's so difficult at the same time. I'm talking about two words. And those two words are, I'm sorry. There's a big car that just passed me. So I'm sorry. Those are two words that are so difficult for us to choke out, but they are so meaningful. And I'm going to tell you a story about, just a quick story about what happened this week. And my mom was a witness to this. So on Saturday, my fiance Tyler and I, hey Katie, we got so much wedding planning done. Saturday was like back to back to back to back to back to back. And we were going everywhere. We were making all kinds of decisions. We were having meetings. We were exhausted by the end of the day. And, you know, at the end of the day, all I really wanted to do was just go home and go to bed. So we had decided on a venue. We had decided on a budget. We had done all of this big stuff, and we started to feel really good about ourselves. And I go over to my mom's house, and before that, I have to say, the one thing we don't care about, the one thing that we could not care less about, are the save the dates. I'm like, you know what? As long as something gets to someone's house before the invitation, we're good. That was like, okay, I don't care what it is. As long as something gets there, I don't really care. My mom's like, do you want me to pick it? Yes, I want you to pick it. I don't care. Tyler doesn't care. So we're just letting Mom pick it. I go over to my mom's house later on that day and that evening, and Kelly says, yes, me equals Mom. That is true. So I'm over at Mom's house later that night, and she's like, hey, will you look at these templates, these save the date templates? I said, okay, sure. So I'm looking at these save the date templates, and I start picking some that I like, and I FaceTime Tyler just to get his thumbs up. I know he's not really going to care about it, so I call him and I FaceTime him, and I show him this one that I think is so cute. I love it. And this was his face when I showed it to him. He goes, just like that. He was just like, what? And it was all over his face. I knew he did not like it. And so I said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and pick a different one. I'll pick a different one that we really like. So then he goes, what do you mean? I do like it. Now that you've talked to me about it, I do actually kind of like the design. So we start going back and forth, and I'm like, well, you shouldn't have made that face then, because it makes me think you don't like it. I want to make sure that we're picking something we both want. So we go back and forth and cut to like 15 minutes later. We're arguing on the phone. I'm getting sassy. He's getting sassy. And we're just being like not cool people to each other. Anybody like just struggle with being a cool person to someone else whenever you're totally exhausted? That was both of us. So anyway, time passes. We hang up the phone. I'm mad. No decision has been made. And finally, I was like, you know what? I'm going to say the two words I was telling you about at the beginning of this call. I'm going to do the I'm sorry thing. So I call him back, and I realized that I had been acting a little dramatic, and Tyler answers with compassion, and he's like, that's okay. You know, like, I'm sorry too. And it was fine after that. He said, you know what? We can go with those save the dates. It's not a big deal. And you know, it's what we've learned in our relationship is that it is so toxic. Now, we're not married yet. We've been dating for like 3.5 years. So there are folks out here that are even better at this than we are. But we're learning that when you make I'm sorry a regular conversation, when it's a regular topic, when it's something that you're regularly saying to someone, man, it clears you up. It makes you feel so much better because you're not harboring this frustration. You're not making decisions based out of frustration or anger. And I realize whenever I use I'm sorry more and more, now I'm not saying use it flippantly. I'm not saying apologize for every single little thing, but if it's something that needs an apology, you stand up and say you're sorry, man, it can clear out a lot for you. And so I'm wondering from you all, maybe not who you need to say you're sorry to, but is there a situation that you can think about where if you owned up to your piece of it, it would clear a lot away from you? A lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of guesswork, a lot of assuming about people. I can't tell you how many times, we're talking about me and Tyler's relationship, how many times out of anger we've just assumed something about the other person without even asking. And we make our decisions based off of that assumption. It's toxic. And so I'm wondering, and that's kind of my challenge for you all today, is what's an area that you need to own today, that you need to own this week? Is there an I'm sorry conversation that needs to happen to just help you let go of some stuff and put together some friendships, a relationship, clear the air? It's amazing what a fresh perspective can do. And it's hard to gain that fresh perspective on someone else, for them to prove you wrong if you don't open the conversation and say you're sorry about something. And so I just wanted to pop on here and share that message, because I don't think we talk about it enough. We talk about living your best life. We talk about being bold. We talk about being brave on here. We talk about trying new things. But equally as important is owning up to what you do wrong and knowing that we are all humans and we all do things wrong. Own up to it this week. See how it changes you, because it sure changed me this week. I love you all. If no one's told you, you're appreciated and you're loved, and something good is going to happen to you and through you this week, especially if you own up to your mistakes, especially if you take ownership and say you're sorry. Love you all. Bye.